Here on 2, the outrageous Jerry Sadowitz assails our sensitivities with another barrage of his comedy sketches.
I know what you're thinking. Will he do sick jokes or only try? Well, to tell you the truth, I've forgotten myself in all this excitement. But being this is a 44 bunny, the most powerful rabbit in the world, and it could blow your head clean off, you have to ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, no, Mrs. Phillips, this is slightly complicated. The coil is still there, but it's been dislodged and requires a very delicate adjustment. So I'm going to call in our top gynecologist. He's a bit of an eccentric, but he is the best man we've got. Sandra, send for a super gynecologist, would you?
Right. You're needed in surgery 1.
Oh, I just had this terrible nightmare.
Get back to sleep.
Hello, Budgie.
What do you mean, Budgie?
I'm sorry, I have a cold.
Well, we're closed for lunch.
Never mind that, my bird. I wish to register a complaint about this comedian, which I purchased not half an hour ago from this very boutique.
Oh, yeah, the Oxbridge graduate review comedian. What's wrong with it?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it, my bird. It's not funny, that's what's wrong with it.
No, it's not unfunny. It's pausing.
Pausing?
Yeah, it's pausing before the punchline.
All right then, if it's pausing, I'd better heckle it. Wake up, comic. Tell us a funny joke. Don't give up your day job.
Ha 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 ha! There, I told a joke.
I beg your pardon?
I told a joke just then.
No, it didn't. That was you laughing. Tell us a joke, comedian. Now that's what I call an unfunny comic.
Well, perhaps it's pining for the music hall. Lovely comedian, the Oxbridge graduate. Beautiful delivery.
Pining for the music hall? The Oxbridge graduate is strictly an Edinburgh Festival performer. Now look, my bird, I took the liberty of examining this comedian here, and I got it down. And I discovered that the only reason it got on the BBC in the first place was because it was middle class.
Well, of course, it's a middle-class comedian, Bird. Listen, if that was a working-class comic, it would have opened up with a song, told a whole pile of dirty jokes, and whoosh, straight from the dull queued into obscurity.
Listen, Bird, this comedian couldn't be any more obscure if he was a joke by Julian Clary. Now quit the parrot and give us a refund.
I've got a lovely Hugh Laurie.
Is it funny?
Not really.
Give us a refund then.
All right.
Just had a terrible nightmare.
Oh, God. Jerry, could you just go back to sleep? You've got a show to do, you know.
Hello, children.
Thompson. I gather you're the producer. Things look pretty serious.
All I'm really interested in is if they can do the show.
No, I don't think so. They're both in a very deep coma, and they appear to be suffering from constant nightmare images. All we can do is be patient.
Right, well, we're going to have to reschedule. Let's see, we can reslot with a documentary on Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor.
Documentary. I thought that maybe we could make a documentary of the situation.
Look, we could always transmit their thought images onto TV.
Isn't that a bit dangerous?
Hello, children. My name's Uncle Dildo, and I'd like to start off by making some balloon animals.
Well, we've paid for them. We may as well use the material, whatever it may be.
Okay, John, here we go. Opening trick, 2 fish swimming opposite directions. I simply pass my hand over them and they both piss off. Moving right along. A box, which is empty. A box is empty, okay. And 2 tubes, which are empty. And a glass, which is completely empty, okay. What a complete and utter waste of time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Moving right along. Water juggling. Thank you very much. I can also make an elephant fly. And here's one I did earlier. Moving along. The classic NME trick. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I simply take an ordinary copy of the NME, tear it up into little pieces, and curiously enough, I feel so much better. Actually, my favourite newspaper is the Sunday Post, which in Glasgow is excellent. You know, like Viz Comic costs £1, right? Sunday Post only costs 35 pence, and the letters in the Sunday Post are a lot better, right? Because they're normally sent in by pensioners who've got nothing else better to do than apart from win alarm clocks, you know? So you get like letters like, Dear Sunday Post, my name is Jimmy. Can any other reader beat that for a record? Or, Dear Sunday Post, settle a family argument. Am I related to anybody? You know, things like that, you know? Dear Sunday Post, I wonder how many other readers in the Aberdeen area collect bathwater. To which other readers actually reply, like, read a bathwater. Yes, I've been collecting that now for a number of years. We're starting up a friendly society this Monday, if Mrs. Extra likes to come along. Dear Sunday Post, whilst out walking to the shops, I bumped into a telephone box with a very charming smile. We've been happily married now for 35 years. I think the best letters in newspapers, by the way, are the ones about children. People love sending in letters about their grandchildren, like, Dear Sunday Post, the other day my 5-year-old grandson cut my head off with a cheese wire. When I asked him why he did it, he went into a McDonald's restaurant and blew the heads off 75 Japanese tourists. Children make you laugh. This is a trick, by the way, that magicians have been doing for years and years on the television. So you wish just for once to take the rings and go. So, moving right along, what have we got, ladies and gentlemen? This fish spoke out against the Ayatollah, and look what they did to it! Okay. Gina! Pickles that way, please. Great. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. What's in the box? Thank you. I've got a thing about old age pensioners. I say, pensioners, slaughter them at birth. That's what I say. They always get their letters printed in newspapers, old age pensioners, you know, and they're they win every competition known to mankind, right? They win the spot the ball competitions, the crossword competitions, the Sid Vicious lookalike competitions. When I was younger, I tried to get on a programme called Mr. and Mrs., right? In which couples are brought on to answer questions about themselves, you know, and you've got to be married, and I was only about 3 years of age, so I probably didn't get on the programme for a very good reason, you know. But Derek Bates used to get these pensioners on, right? Knowing full well they didn't know anything about each other, right? So you get them on and you go, OK, Doris, come out of the cubicle, Doris. Oh, by the way, Doris, what did you say your husband's name is? Oh, God, I should know this one, Derek. Ice cream, please. No, Robs, no, but never mind. You've got some lovely prescriptions to take home with you, haven't you? Straight up. Thought I told you to pick these up. Okay, so... it's the funny thing about pensioners, actually, how pensioners are usually always deaf unless you're slagging them off about 10 miles away, in which case they can hear you perfectly clearly, you know. That Mrs. Smith upstairs from me, what an old bag she is. What is that? I heard that! I could have reported you in a police anyway.
Like, all these pensioners, by the way, they're always trying to spoil your fun, you know, like, you're at a station having a fag and they go up to you and they go, excuse me, son, it's none of my business, but you're not allowed to smoke on the platform. It's okay, I was going to damage your lungs anyway. They always state the obvious, pensioners, you know, like, they wait until you're in a lift and you can't escape, right? You're in a lift, you can't possibly escape, you know, and they kind of state the obvious to you. They go, it's a lovely day today, isn't it? It's like 90 degrees outside, right? It's bloody obvious, you know. It's a lovely day, isn't it? So what I do is I always state the obvious back to them. I always say, they come up with, it's a lovely day, isn't it? I go, you're a bastard, aren't you? Oh, I've never been talked to like that before. Well, you have now. See, pensioners, they reach the age of about 90 and they can't understand why they've got ailments, you know. So they go, I can't understand this. Both my legs are falling off and I'm turning blind. I'm only 103, you know. What's the matter with this? I'm going to have to go back to my GP and get this sorted out, you know. Well, Mrs. Smith, at your time of life, of course, sometimes things do recur, and it's because you're an old age pensioner! Okay, John, here we go. The classic rabbit from the hat trick. This isn't part of the trick, by the way. I just like doing this for a bit of exercise with the left hand, you know. I give my right hand enough exercise during the week, I think, you know. Better change with the left hand, you know what I mean? Stop improvising and pull me out of this hat, you silly bastard. Look at that. Look at the size of that, will you? Hey, what's this? Done. See? I can do magic. Bloody better tricks than that silly bugger anyway. I was actually recently at the Montreal Comedy Festival. I don't know if you've at home ever saw this. The Montreal Comedy Festival is called Just for Laughs, which is exactly what you get, just 4 laughs in 3 weeks. Such a crap trick, you know. It's as if, like, you just realise that an audience has never seen a magician pull a rabbit from a hat before, you know. I mean, this stupid bugger, right, you can make a fortune from a talking rabbit. I can talk, I can read, I can write. I used to write material for Les Dennis. The thing I really want to do, right, is get into movies, you know, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that kind of thing, you know. I knew that guy when he was just a drawing on a sketch pad, you know. Roger Rabbit. His real name's Fluffy. He's usually trying to kid, you know what I mean? Hurry up! Right, that's it. I'm doing a shit. I've had enough. Better. Right. Now when he puts his hat back on his head, it really will be magic. There he comes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, one white rabbit, thank you very much. And for the first time ever on TV, not just one rabbit, but 2 rabbits, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And it's a black rabbit, just to show you that I am anti-apartheid and non-racist. I think it's very important to do things this way. So, another thing I didn't tell you, actually, was that quite recently, I was in the bath for about 3/4 of an hour before I realised I hadn't taken my clothes off. Just as well I didn't put the water on there, ladies and gentlemen. Just sat there amongst the dirty plates and the fairy liquid, wondering why I'm getting crap, really, you know what I mean? Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out that entertainment in Scotland is far more sophisticated than the entertainment anywhere else in the world, you know. For example, if you can stand in a pub in Glasgow on a Saturday night, right, have a few pints, sing a song, and then piss into your trousers. That is you consider to be an entertainer. Sing a song without pissing into your trousers, you're a variety artist, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, if you can stand up in a pub after 11 o'clock at night, you're an alternative, you know what I mean? Get that man an agent! The classic fish trick, ladies and gentlemen. What's the score here, by the way? The theme of the show tonight was meant to be fish. What's going on? Oh well, carry on, be a professional, ladies and gentlemen, be a professional. The fish which jumps from that rope to the centre rope. Ready? No problem for likes of me. And here we go, the big climax, if you'll pardon the expression, climax. Oh, no, didn't work, never mind. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, not forgetting the Perrier trick, in which the bottle of Perrier is put into the little bag, and we screw it up and never see it ever again. Okay, keep that sophisticated entertainment going. The classic vanishing ball. Actually, I think it's a better floating ball trick, actually. Floating ball. Floating ball. Oh, da, 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 da. It's sophistication. You can't actually get easier than that, really, you know. It's a wee ring on a stick, you know. Okay, I think it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the news headlines. Feet up!
Pick these rabbits up, will you?
Piss off.
Okay, it's time for the news. I've always wanted to do a news sketch, by the way. I've always wanted to do it, so here we go. The news as it should be read. MP Kenneth Clarke is dead, according to a recent opinion poll taken by millions of people across the country. A spokesman for the BBC said this will not affect Harry Seacombe, who will continue to sing as usual on the popular quiz programme, Seacombe's Highway. Over 10,000 holidaymakers exploded in a jumbo jet above the Mediterranean Ocean. No Britons were involved. I would go for it! The entire research team for the popular Channel 4 programme After Dark today starved to death during a debate on what food they should eat. Which will not affect Harry Seacombe, who, it is understood, will continue to sing on the popular quiz programme, Seacombe's Highway. Yes? Becky! Princess Di puts her hair in a bun. And her head in a toaster with any joy in the world. This will not affect the Mediterranean, who, it is understood, will continue to sing along the popular quiz programme, Kenneth Clarke. 7-year-old Sandra Smith from Birmingham today made a miraculous recovery from a fatal disease. This is terrible, said her parents. We've already spent thousands of pounds on toys and a trip to Disneyland. No Britons were involved. Jean-Michel Jarre is to spend thousands of pounds on laser displays for his new concert in England. This is to distract your attention away from the fact that his music is absolute shite! No Britons were involved. Psychic clairvoyant... I think we should see more of that on television news broadcasting. Psychic clairvoyant... Psychic clairvoyant, is there any other kind, I ask you? Non-specific clairvoyant who's not psychic at all. Psychic clairvoyant Doris Palmer today revealed that she knew about the Lockerbie air disaster 7 months before it took place. Which kind of begs the question, why didn't she open her mouth sooner, the old bag? What is the point, you know? What is the point? Colin Monaghan, the sports minister, today revealed that the 1994 Olympic Games could well be held in Harry Seacombe. No Britons will be involved, but it's understood that the popular television programme After Dark will be exploding in a jumbo jet aeroplane alongside Sandra Smith and Kenneth Clarke. And finally, the result of the World Chess Championship held in Reykjavik between Kalashnikov and Egypt ended in a fight. This report now from wherever the camera is.
Okay, now we're going to do Find the Lady. And it's...
Sorry. There's nothing I can do.
Blocked sinuses.
By the way, your wife's great in bed. Much better than your daughter.
Well, I must say your daughter was excellent in bed.
My daughter's been dead for 9 months.
Yes.
That'll do. We can edit in the fabulous Falling Over Brothers at this point.
Okay, it's time for some more hate-filled, bile-induced, but essentially trite stand-up comedy. So, can we have some props, please? Say, did you happen to see the most beautiful girl anywhere? There you go. Thanks. And if you did... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm actually Scotland's answer to Billy Connolly, minus the willies, bums, jobbies, and the lavies, right? These are swear words that I don't specialise in myself, but he makes a fantastic career out of. For example, I was in Australia last week, and it's extraordinary, because Australia is like a huge jobby, you know? And like a granny, she's got a huge willy with a big jobby at the end of it. Oh, it's extraordinary! Oh no, somebody slipped my Jekyll and Hyde potion in amongst my props. I hope I can resist it. I must resist it.
But no, I am driven by an inner compulsion. I must drink. That feels a lot better now, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I actually do like Billy Connolly a lot. It's just other members of the royal family that I don't like, you know. So, anyway, oh, God, I'm changing. Oh, no, it's up here. That wacky alter ego is taking my place. Hello, please. Hello, please. How are you, please? Thank you, please. Good evening, please. My name is Raj Patel, the wacky Iraqi, and it's time now for some onion bhaji juggling. Thank you very much indeed. Apart from that, I'm also a part-time TV quizmaster. Here is your starter for £10. Points, 10 points. Here we go. What is this? An aloo jobby. Yeah. Aloo jobby. Aloo jobby.
Jerry.
What?
Jerry, what are you playing at? Doing impressions of Pakistanis is not funny, it's racist.
It's not racist, it's actually very funny because I'm doing an impression which isn't even accurate. It's silly. And anyway, what about all the Pakistani impressionists that take the piss out of Scotsmen?
This justification you've come up with so far.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is.
Right. Okay, I'll show you. I will show you. Right, what's that?
Oh, we are the boys.
A Pakistani doing an impression of a Scotsman.
That is indeed a Pakistani doing a Scotsman impression. So next time you criticise me, you ought to get your professional comic details correct. Now piss off and make me a balloon animal. Anyway, what was I? Oh yes. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Thank you, please. Oh no, I'm changing again. Bravo, thank you very much. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes. So I was walking down the street the other day wielding an axe and wearing my lose weight now, ask me how badge. When suddenly... There'll be no more rabbits on this show. Okay, great. So, anyway, what was that? Yes, I was walking down the street the other day, as I said, and... oh no! I'm turning into Wile E. Coyote! Never mind.
Good evening, my name is Arnold Brown, and I'm the comedian with a cult following. The cult following at the moment is the Hare Krishna movement, and I wish they'd leave me alone. Jerry Sadowitz has been compared to Tommy Cooper. The review actually said, compared to Tommy Cooper, Jerry Sadowitz is shit.
What do you think of this?
That's fine, Dreenagh.
Good.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, why not join us for the Roy Walton Moment?